February 18th, Rundown is brought to you by TickPick.com. Check out the app, TickPick. They got tickets for sporting events, concerts, the theater, any venue you want. They have an algorithm that grades the best deals on every seat, so you're not buying a piece of shit deal. You get $10 up for $10 off for new stoolies. Hands down, the best spot to get your sporting event, concert, theater tickets. It's TickPick.com. TickPick the app. Check it out. I don't know where Dan just went.
Back.
Dan's back. Okay. Let's start off with news that just I was on cloud nine all of last night. I was like, I came home from getting my spin on, and I was playing the new Kanye album, and this is no joke. I just danced by myself in the bathroom mirror for like 5 minutes. I was just sitting there like fucking high-fiving angels or whatever they say. It was the best.
Even I think that's gay. It was awesome.
It was the best.
We haven't said it yet. People don't know what we're talking about.
Dude, I think they must know by now. SB Nation, the internet, I hate the term PC. I kind of got over that recently. But the internet police who want everyone to fit in their perfect, everyone's nice, we're all kind to everybody no matter what, we never make fun of anyone box. They published a 12,000 word long form piece on long form. Fuck off with the long form.
Long form is just code for the shit I read before I go to sleep.
But, dude, long form, if you just use the word long form, you're a fucking asshole. Like, it's a story, it's a column, it's an article. It's not long form journalism. It's like calling the Iliad an epic. No, it's a fucking book. Like it's a bunch of pages. That's a book.
So annoying.
Yeah. Anyway, a 12,000 word long form. Daniel Holtzclaw, the Oklahoma City cop who was convicted. This isn't a guy who was like, oh, let's hear both sides of the story. He's a convicted rapist of
236 years in jail.
Yeah. He's going away for a long time and then some. 12,000 words in his defense and kind of telling his side of the story and what could have happened to him that made him this way.
Serial rapist. Let's make sure we get everything correct here. They humanized a serial rapist.
And like real rape, not like date, like there was like a great line because you hooked up with like a chick who was too drunk. We're talking about like real rape here, yes. many times.
Rape and raping poor black women who have prior arrests so that basically they can't say anything because they're afraid of the police, and using his power as a police officer to take advantage of these people. They somehow made him seem like a victim.
They tried.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. It was... Now, we have to separate here. The piece was garbage, we all agree. The fact that SB Nation fucked up this bad was so amazing. Like,
so satisfying.
I was so happy all night last night. John, I was just sitting there refreshing Twitter the entire time, and watching the PC Twitter click like eat itself from within and go to this civil war is incredibly satisfying. Like, I can't even express how much fun it was to watch these people shame the people that they were once allies with against people like us. So, and of course, you guys all know there'll be some think pieces today. There'll be some more stuff tomorrow. What went wrong? What did we do wrong? What do we have to do better as like a society?
We need to be better.
Yeah, we need to get better. All of us. It's all on us. And then they'll forget about it and go back to bashing us. But for these brief moments, it's fucking beautiful.
The we need to get better thing is such nonsense. It's just like placing the blame on all of us and making it seem like it was something that now it's a good thing that this has come about so we can all get the
learn. Yeah. No, you know what's worse? The only thing worse than we need to get better or like we can learn on this are the people who are like, Twitter is trash, the internet is trash, everyone sucks. I hate this website. I knew I shouldn't have logged on to Twitter today. when they don't even work on the internet. They're just bystanders. You choose to be on the internet every single day. You choose to take every fucking waking hour, every free hour, every second of your day to be on Twitter, to have your little Twitter friends, to have your 300 followers and all your fucking people patting you on the back when you fight Big Bad Barstool. Just don't fucking go on Twitter if it sucks so bad, dude. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. If it bothered me that much, I wouldn't go on Twitter. It's my job to be on Twitter. Like, could you imagine if you were on Twitter every day and being like, oh my God, this is the worst place in the world. These scumbags, like, oh, I hate this website. Don't do something you don't like, you stupid idiot.
We need to get better. I hate the more than that is like, it's all awful. It's all just awful.
Yeah, that's it.
No, you fucked up. You're a fucking idiot. It's not awful.
It's not all awful. It's awful right now because you posted a ridiculous fucking article that everyone hates. It's awful for you, and the rest of us are kind of like, it's pretty cool. This is pretty good. Yeah. First of all, long form thing, just in general, there is not one topic in the world that deserves 12,000 words. You just don't need to do it. So if you're writing over like 5,000, you're just talking to hear yourself fucking talk and drawing out this whole topic.
Wait, Kevin, did you see too? This goes into the long form thing. I guess a lot of like SB Nation people and a lot of people on the internet were saying how great the piece was before they even read it, because 12,000 words takes like 2 hours to read.
Had to be good.
So they were like, this is an important piece, this is great. And they had to all delete it because then someone finally fucking read it and was like, yo, dude, you just made a serial rapist look cool.
That is incredible. And that's honestly the difference. That is the difference between us and them, in that every time we've ever had a misstep or gone too far or offended somebody, and that's happened, no one's denying that, it's all been at least in the name of humor. A joke gone bad or a joke that flops, ends up hurting somebody's feelings, ends up being too far over the line. But the purpose was trying to make people laugh, and it didn't work. What is the purpose of this?
No.
Like, what was the logic behind this? This is all people who want to hear themselves talk, who want to take these topics and like be the fucking white knight for them for no other reason than they think they're like morally superior, and they're gonna write something emotional and intellectual and blah 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 fucking blah. That's the difference though. We at least can say, hey man, I was trying to make you laugh and I fucked up. This person, I wouldn't let this person near my kid. Something's wrong with the dude who wrote this. If you can look at this situation and write 12,000 words defending him.
And he fucking bashed the Mac. I don't know if you saw that part. He was like, no kid grows up dreaming to play for the MAC conference. Fuck you too, man. Like, that's insult to, like, you forget about the rape part. That's fucked up on its own.
Your face has actually gone to a more offended area right now. Like, you're more pissed off right now than you were when we started this.
I mean, that was, and he like probably was like, oh, I'll just slide this in there because everyone will talk about how I love this rapist and not how I hate the Mac. I saw. And, how about the fact that, well, a couple other things. We also, like, SB Nation fight was going on, and then while that was all going on, I was getting it with that snake Jamie O'Grady again, who just won't quit. That guy won't quit. Like, I don't understand what his problem is.
He's like a weed that you can't get rid of.
And he does everything, too. Like, he won't have a pseudo-private conversation where it's just replying to each other. He does the quote tweet, so, like, that's an attempt to weaponize social media, right?
Yes.
More or less. It's the same thing that what's his name? Mike Bates or whatever his fucking name is that Keith quoted in that article where he said to Keith, he's like, you sent your dogs after me or whatnot. Like, Twitter is a public forum. You can't just stand in the middle of Times Square and scream you don't like a certain sect of people and get mad when they come up and say, hey dude, what's your fucking problem? Like, it's insane that they all claim that safe space every fucking time. Like, your website fucked up, just wear it. Just wear it. Don't do this, we need to get better. How are we going to learn from this? Just fucking wear it. You fucked up.
And the best part is Twitter has the option to go private, but God forbid you go private and you can't get your precious 2 retweets from your fucking losers that like retweet everything you say and just want a white knight for you.
That's what once Keith replied to him, because he didn't add us. Once Keith replied to him, he like later did the R.I.P. my mentions.
Yeah.
And I went
That's
through
when you
every
know
one of your. I went through like a whole bunch of days of his tweets where he was getting like a favorite maybe, and it's like it must be nice to have some fucking action in there, bud. Some people actually respond to you and acknowledging your fucking existence.
Also, the claim from SB Nation that it was like many senior people said no and all that shit. No, that didn't happen because it got published. So like maybe somebody expressed an opinion and something got lost in translation, but this idea that like every higher up said no, somehow it still got published is bullshit.
Dude, Dave Portnoy is someone who does whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and doesn't answer to anyone, okay? But if he emails Kevin and I and is like, hey, do you think I should do this or not? And one of us says strongly, no, I think it's a bad idea, he listens, and he doesn't do it. Like,
and that's Portnoy.
That's Portnoy. Like, he's the fucking most stubborn guy in the world and doesn't listen to anyone, and he actually takes people. That's why if one of us says that, if either of us says that. So the fact that they want to say, like, there was this fucking gang of editors that were like, no, don't do it, and they still did it, get the fuck out of here. That's such a fucking lie.
Although I would say if I wrote 12,000 words and my boss was like, nah, we're not going to publish that, I'd be like, fuck you, we're publishing this, man.
Dude, and here's the thing. There's actually a few guys I like at SB Nation, so
That's what
I feel bad when, like, there's a few of those guys. Like, I'm actually friends with, like, there's a Bulls guy, writer who I'm friends with in real life. Like, they're not all like this, but it's the few that are vocal, and it's always like this. It's this little minority that thinks that they have like a bigger pull than they do, and they're always crying, and they're always playing Twitter police, and they try to make it seem like every issue is the biggest issue that's ever faced humanity when it's fucking Twitter, and we all forget 30 minutes later.
And
like,
then
and the fact
like this happens, that is a real fucking bad part of humanity. Like all the other bullshit they talk about is really not that big of a deal. This article really was. This is worth being outraged against. And more to the point, we've seen it with hockey Twitter where they got skeletons in their closet and they end up looking like creeps. We see it here now. At some point, you're gonna misstep. You're gonna fuck up. And so don't be on your high horse every other fucking second of your life. Because when your shit comes crashing down, everyone else, like us at the bottom, is just waiting there laughing.
Dude, I say it all the time, live in your ivory tower, you better not fuck up. That's why I live under my couch. Like, I'm just a little troll underneath my couch. I'm not trying to be high and mighty. Like, I'm a functional illiterate who has a blogging job. Like, there's no pretense here.
What Dan said, I want to mention because that was my favorite part of Keith's, because Keith is awesome at this stuff. He crushed this. We were gonna have him on. He's very sick. He's at the doctor's. Pray for Keith. The
Go
best
Keith,
part.
bro.
What?
That's Keith Jordan flu game.
Yeah, it really was. But he, when he just acknowledged the fact that like there can be people who work for SB Nation who thought this was a bad idea. He's like, we have working relationships, just like Dan said. We're friends with a lot of people. A lot of SB Nation people are funny, but like the fact that we can separate that and they're incapable of being like, oh, you're a Barstool reader or a Barstool writer or have like ever worn a Barstool t-shirt, so you must be pro-rape is like, crazy. It's like, just have separate fucking thoughts in your brain.
That's what they do. They basically say because Dave made a size 6 skinny rape jean joke, I basically have never been able to write a funny blog in my life. That's what their brain says. So, and that you're absolutely right. Like I like some people at SB Nation. I have friends there. They're not all that bad. And I can actually think that because I'm a regular human being who thinks like regular human beings, not like these self-righteous motherfuckers. Oh, and a quick shout out to Davey Page views. He'll fight on Twitter anywhere, anytime, except when he's in New York. And just misses like 24 hours of fucking. I fought the guy from Sporting News. We fought Jamie O'Grady. We fought SB Nation. It was a hot 24 hours. Portnoy has been nowhere. Big bad pirate ship.
Next up, Manny Pacquiao, which this is a great lead-in from SB Nation because I think we're all going to be pro Pacquiao now. He says that all gays should have. He turned heel as soon as he lost that Nike money. He turned heel and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm speaking my mind from now on." He Instagrammed that all gays should be put to death. It was a Bible quote, but it wasn't one of the more like towing the line Bible quotes where it's like, "Hey, don't suck a dick." This was, if you see a dick, you should be beheaded. It was as clear cut as it could be. Dan, this was your blog, so go.
I mean, that's one of the hardest double downs I've ever seen someone take. He deleted it, but still, the fact that he posted it, and I love that he posted it, a picture with his wife, being like, you see, like, the good, this is good, and then this is bad. Manny, I honestly like, the nice thing for Manny is he's not a star in America. I mean, he's a star in America, but he's obviously going to still live in Philippines for the rest of his life. So I really don't think this is even going to affect him. And if he wants to, he can just do this forever. I mean, Magic Johnson did say that he was done with Manny, and that would actually hurt. Like, I would be pissed if Magic loves everything, like everything in the world. He has 32 NBA MVPs right now. So the fact that Magic's like, ooh, I don't like Manny, that's got to hurt. But other than that, what's stopping Manny from just being like, yeah, I fucking hate all gay people. I'd kill them all if I could.
Manny's probably loving this. The Nike money has probably been the only thing holding him back. Now that that's gone, he's like, oh, I'm going to talk about how much I hate the gays all day long. And you know what? He's going to go back to the Philippines, and there's probably a lot of fucking people who agree with him. So, for us, it's like disgusting and it's fucked up. I also think it helps that he's Manny Pacquiao. Like, he's like this funny little fucking dude who like doesn't know English and he mumbles and he's got the little cartoon persona, and he'll go back home and people will like probably throw him a party for saying this.
Dude, Sammy Sosa taught us when he went in front of Congress, an accent will get you out of anything.
Oh, yeah.
If you have an accent, you can basically snake your way out of almost any situation. Just be like, I didn't really understand. Like, oh, was that bad? I shouldn't have tried to kill all gay people. And you just say it in your little Filipino accent, and everyone's like, oh, you're so cute.
Continuing religion, Trump and the Pope. The Pope said that Trump building a wall would not be a very Christian thing for him to do. Trump replied, when ISIS blows up the Vatican, you're going to wish you had me on your side. I'm paraphrasing, but that was more or less what he said. Kevin?
You're really not paraphrasing too much. I mean, his statement was, if and when the Vatican is attacked by ISIS, which everyone knows is ISIS's ultimate trophy, I can promise you the Pope would have only wished and prayed that Donald Trump was president, because it wouldn't have happened. That's not a political statement. That's not like a press release. That's just being like, when somebody fucking kills you, you're going to wish you didn't say that, dude. You can't fuck with the Pope like this, man, though. I mean, this is dangerous, because there's a billion people in the country who are all fucking big-time Christians. Although they hate the Pope because he's like cool Pope. Pope came out today and said you're allowed to use condoms. So there's going to be a lot of like diehard Christians who don't like him. So I guess in a way, Trump probably still comes out on top. He speaks his mind.
That's what I was going to ask. That's crazy. Like, I would assume that if you go after the Pope, you're going to lose a lot of people. But then when you kind of break it down, it's like, all right, well, you'll lose like the Mexicans who are hardcore, but you already lost them because you wanted to deport them all. Like you just said, the Pope's acting too cool for the hardcore Catholics right now. So Trump can do anything at this point. I don't understand it. It makes no sense in my brain.
He really can. He's not wrong though. Like, if the Pope was dead, he will be like, oh fuck, Trump was right. That's all he said. He's like, when ISIS blows you up, you'll wish you had me. And if it did happen, you would wish you had him. Up until that point though, you kind of don't.
Right.
like if ISIS kills every American, I'll be like, fuck, we should have taken Trump more seriously. But until that point, I'm not too concerned with it.
It's like the most basic form of fear-mongering politics.
Right. when you're blown up and dead, you'll wish you had me. Yeah, that probably won't happen.
We'll all get beheaded by a bunch of people from like the Middle East.
And the notion that if he becomes president, like, snap your fingers, ISIS is gone. Don't worry, I took care of it.
Oh,
commercial. Quick, going back to before commercial break, didn't Trump say he has a plan to, like, didn't he pull one of those interview moves where, like, he said he had a plan to kill ISIS, but he's not going to tell us until he's president? Did he say that a while back?
It's probably like Portnoy. I don't want anyone stealing my brain, so I'm going to keep my idea to myself.
Right. I feel like he might have said that. Like, I know how to stop ISIS. I'm just not telling you until I'm elected.
Dave's not gonna, that's the best. The Dave's so paranoid his brain is getting stolen. We're not doing content now.
The next is Danny Amendola and Miss Universe Olivia Culpo. This is obviously kind of a local story, but the boss man called. Boss man wants it in, so we're gonna get the New York and the Chicago takes on a Patriots wide receiver dating a girl from Rhode Island. Dan, what do you got?
I got to be honest. I don't see what Dave is like going off on Twitter right now about how hot it is and how much he wants to like watch.
Well, he's right. They're both very attractive people.
It's hot, but I'll just say this. Danny Amendola is not good enough to get talked about like this.
Danny Amendola is not
totally honest. Yeah.
He's not good enough to get Miss Universe. Miss Universe was
attractive enough.
Jeter style, though. Danny Amendola is slumming it for a fucking Miss Universe winner.
But she was lastly dating an out-of-work, as far as professional sports go, an out-of-work virgin.
But so you get what I'm saying, though, right? It has nothing to do with, like, Danny Amendola is just not good enough of a wide receiver in the national scene. Like, if it was Edelman, it would be a totally different story. Edelman's a guy that people recognize. He was a Super Bowl hero. You know, like, he obviously is, like, Brady's, best friend or whatever. Amendola is just... Like, the guy on the Rams who gets injured the guy who went from the Rams to the Patriots gets injured every year?
Let's hold on. Easy with the Amendola slander. He's come up huge. He's turned into a nice Patriot. I do agree that nice Patriots probably shouldn't be dating Miss Universe. But he's got the face for it. That's for sure.
Amendola also suffers from the fantasy effect, where I know I've had him on my team where he just went out for forever. So, yeah, like half of America's like, oh, fuck Danny Amendola. Like, I wasted a draft pick on him, then he got hurt.
The real story here, I respect Amendola. Good for you, man. Slaying Miss Universe, that's awesome. But Portnoy really is just, he's trying so hard to make this into a big deal. And people are just literally telling him on Twitter, stop talking about this. I don't really care. And he just keeps tweeting about how hot and bothered he is.
It is a savage move to announce the relationship at 2 a.m. on a Snapchat, shirtless, wearing helmets. Like, I just pictured them like banging like furries. Like, just both Patriot helmets on, going to town on each other after a night out. Not a bad vision, if I'm being honest here. I do think it might bring a little tension in the locker room, because Brady and Giselle were they were the cauldron of New England locker room. They were beyond reproach. They were at the peak. Danny and Miss Universe are, as far as hotness, like pure sex goes, they're hotter.
Yeah, Miss Universe definitely is. I mean, she's hotter than Giselle.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
It's hotness.
I agree, for sure.
But, no one's coming close to Brady and Giselle, so let's...
You don't think so?
I think that they're better looking, but, like, Brady and Giselle are, like, the fucking first couple of America. They're worth, like, $1 gazillion, and
I think it's like, I'm trying to think of what, like, it would be... Brady and Giselle are like Jay-Z and Beyonce, where it's like they're just icons now.
Right.
I'm trying to think what couple like Amendola would be. It would be whoever Zac Efron's fucking right now. That's who it is. Like, they're way hotter than you.
Right. But you're not on their level.
You're just not on their level.
Right.
Next up, poor fucking dolphin in Argentina. People just took selfies with it until it died.
Yo.
This is like a sad story.
I don't like when people are like, fuck humanity, like that's like so overplayed and shit, but the fact that there's like a crew of people, like a lot of people on a beach anywhere, just being like, yeah, we're just gonna like pass this thing around, and then it died, and they're just like, whatever. What's wrong with those people? Those people, like, if we could blow up that beach, I would legitimately want to kill all those people, because there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with you as a human if you can just pull out this little dolphin that's basically like a puppy. There's a puppy of the ocean, and just like pass it around and take pictures until it's fucking dead. Damn,
you know who almost did this? Was the Nirvana almost did this to that baby. It's the exact opposite. They just kept throwing that baby in the water until it fucking, like, take another picture, take another picture, take another picture. Luckily, that baby survived, I think. But it's the same thing. Dan?
Fuck dolphins. I'm happy it died.
No,
what?
Stop it. I know you're not. I know you're off of dolphins.
I'm done with dolphins. Listen,
what happened with dolphins?
This, boys. We've been through this. When you hashtag done something, you're done with that. It's the Rob Lowe effect. You can't come back from done. I'm done with dolphins. I used to love dolphins. There was a time, I still love all baby animals. There was a time when I loved baby dolphins. That motherfucking dolphin that picked Oklahoma over Clemson, and then I bet on Oklahoma, done with dolphins. Until a dolphin gives me a winning pick, or somehow they apologize to me, I am done with dolphins. So
I respect your commitment to hashtag done, because that's something you can't flip-flop on. But I know deep in your heart
No, you know what I did, Kevin? Is I didn't even click on the blog. I didn't even let myself get emotional about this stuff. I'm done with dolphins.
If you
I
look
know
at
that if I clicked on the blog, I'd be sad. So I just like, fuck this. I'm not reading this blog. Fuck that dolphin. I don't even know the dolphin's name.
don't even click the dolphin's name. Don't even click on it because there's literally a dead dolphin and there's a person with a camera just taking a picture of this dead
Sounds awesome. Good. Sounds awesome. I don't want to see it, but it sounds awesome.
I'm hashtag done with Argentina. Fuck Argentina.
Well, this is what one other thing I was going to say. On KFC radio yesterday, I mentioned how I have no problem with Latin America. I've never had a problem with Latin Americans. They're one of the groups of people who I'm least racist against. Well, we just got a big problem now. If you're passing around baby dolphins and taking pictures until they die, you're on my shit list now. One thing I have to ask, if you were waiting in line to take a selfie with this dolphin and it died before it got to you, do you do it anyway? Because you waited in line already.
Yes. Then what does it matter?
Probably, right? It's dead. You still want the cute picture.
They should stuff this baby dolphin and just have it be the picture dolphin at the beach so this doesn't happen again. Sorry, I just solved all of the problems.
We just need a huge sign that says the picture dolphin.
Yeah. It's like, dude, if you ever thought about taking a dolphin out of the ocean, don't just use this
one. We got this.
It's genius. It's genius.
It's fucking genius. See, look at me. I'm helping the dolphins, even though I'm done with them. That's how, I just indirectly saved the dolphin's life. I didn't even mean to. So fuck the dolphins still.
If you weren't hashtag done with the dolphins, you maybe would have come up with this beforehand, and this wouldn't have happened at all.
Very well true. And that could have easily been avoided if Flipper hadn't picked Oklahoma.
Lastly, blood's on your hands. Lastly, Jared Allen with, I think, the best retirement announcement ever. I thought about it. I thought about Marshawn Lynch until this.
Well, everyone, I just want to say thank you for an amazing 12-year career. This was the part where I was going to ride off into the sunset, but seeing how there's no sunset, I'm just going to ride off.
Kev, what you got?
It was awesome. It was so Jared Allen. It was so perfect. And, what's funny is he didn't need to necessarily retire at that exact moment. Probably could have waited a day if he wanted to do the whole sunset thing. Just nah, I'm going to ride off into the sunset with no sunset. I hope it's a fine line. We're gonna enter this new age of retirement announcements like this. And I hope it sets a good precedent to do it funny. There are going to be so many tryhards who ruin it. But if you do it right like this, it's awesome. A+. Good job, Jared.
Dan?
So Jared Allen. Only thing that would have been more Jared Allen is if he somehow figured out a way to get a DUI while on his horse. But other than that, I agree with you, Kevin. The Marshawn Lynch one was awesome too. So if this is going to be the new trend, which I like, because who cares about a press conference or a press release? Let's just hope that it doesn't go south. And I actually think it will be okay, because retirement's a really big thing that people take seriously, obviously. So and it doesn't happen every day. So I think we're in okay territory with these.
And it's going to just be instant blog material every time.
Yeah.
You think we're in okay territory? I disagree with that. I think this is going to go off the rails and go off the rails fast.
Well, not enough people retire who we care about.
Fair.
It doesn't happen that often where it's this guy's retiring and I actually care.
But I think that it will, just because Twitter's so stupid and everything goes viral, and people who retire who no one cares about, that will still get a ton of retweets and will still get headlines.
This is going to be fake quarterback conversations. You know those blogs, fake emails, fake tweets, texts, and all the other loser websites that are busy writing about rape and shit like that. Also blog about that. It's gonna be painfully unfunny, but there's gonna be some good ones that are worth all the other bullshit.
And if you're like T.O. right now, you should retire. Did he ever retire?
Right.
Or Chad Ochocinco? Those guys, never really retire. So they should go and retire right now. Use this to your advantage and actually officially retire.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Peyton Manning's going to do a fucking cringeworthy one very soon.
Ooh, no, I disagree.
Nah, I don't
retired
think so.
Budweiser. I'm retired.
Yeah, see, I think he'll actually do a full commercial.
He'll fucking do a whole movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how much attention Peyton's going to be bringing to himself forever again.
Yeah.
He's retiring soon, or I guess not soon, but before the season starts. And I don't know if Peyton's ever gonna really want the headlines again.
He just needs to wait for the next big scandal, and then he'll be fine.
Needs somebody else to put their asshole on a girl's face, and then he's good to go.
Yeah, that'll be good. This is a great rundown, guys. Except for Feidelberg hosting.
God, Feidelberg ruins it every time.
I was like, what did I do?
No, the people who are like, "Oh, Feidelberg's the worst," and the views on the video are the exact same every rundown.
And it's always like a higher quality, funnier.
You got us, guys. All right, I guess we'll see you never, John. Dave's gonna be back on Monday.
Dave's gonna be back on Monday. I might not be. I might.
Oh yeah, good luck. Don't die in Montreal.
It's always good.
That's a real thing to say. That's a real thing I just said to you.
I don't know what I think. I guess I just have to go to the game dressed in normal clothes. It's not even a Bruins game, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't want to start any shit. So how do you even go watch a game that you don't really care about?
You bet on it.
Go get drunk.
You bet
on it.
You bet on it.
Bet on it. That's right. Is sports gambling legal in Canada?
I don't think so. No, I don't think it's like bet shops like in Europe. But yeah, I mean, you just go. Yeah,
I mean, you can get a hand job in the middle of the road.
I know but for some reason,
they have weird priorities up there.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the French connection there. Sex is just let's do anal when we're 12 and get hand jobs in the street and new room massages. But gambling, you need the English influence to get the gambling.
Right.
Fucking 12-year-olds doing anal, man.
Dude, the French do. The French and the Greek, man. They're fucking nuts. They start kissing when they come out of the womb. It's disgusting. Italians too. Italians, you're perverts. Pretty much everyone's a bunch of fucking perverts, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's basically the whole world.
The Greeks especially, they like banging the boys. That was no bueno.
Ugh, and they're all hairy and
Got hairy butt.
So much hair in Greece. There's so much fucking hair in Greece. Body hair. Not hair where it should be. Well, they got good hair on the top of their heads too. But the chicks with the dark, deep arm hair. Oh.
Italians have that too. They're fucking disgusting too. The Portuguese, don't get me started. I'm from Fall River. The Portuguese. Oh my god, it's horrible. It's all coarse and shit.
Fucking arms, man. Gross. All right.
Quick shout out to Stooley, Nick Mulcahy. I sorry if I said your name wrong. South Virginia baseball. His dad just got diagnosed with cancer, so prayers up for him, man. And that's the rundown.